In the last video, I hitchhiked east out of El Paso, coming through some small towns on Highway 90 in Texas, and we pick up this time in Fort Stockton. Well, I'm not sure if it's just the time of day or the day of the week or whatever, but this place seems kind of dead. A lot of people are driving right past me too, which is interesting. Just from looking at the map, I didn't really think that the Loves, which is behind me over this way, would be much better. But I don't know. Maybe it is. I might as well go take a look. It's gonna be a bit of a walk, unfortunately, but I think that's probably what I'll do. Kind of a long way to walk, and you're just dragging your suitcase behind you. But luckily, Texas has some pretty good shoulders on their roads, so that helps a lot. Alright, funny thing just happened. I'm just sitting here at this Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. in the Loves, and okay, context first. I woke up this morning and there was raindrops on my tent, and I looked at the weather, and I was surprised to find that it was actually supposed to rain quite a bit today. I'd kind of been checking the weather every once in a while, but I guess I just kind of like forgot for a while, and I got surprised by the rain. So I woke up early and came into the Carl's Jr. and I wasn't really planning on doing too much today, but if it cleared up I was going to go out and hitchhike. But then this guy just walked up and started talking to me, offered me a ride, but he said he wanted gas money. So I just got another donation from Ernest. Thank you, Ernest. If you didn't donate, I don't think I would have had the money. So yeah, I'm gonna help this guy with gas money, and then he's gonna try and get me all the way to Austin. I think he said he's going all the way to Austin. I think he'd be willing to take me. He also has a YouTube channel, so I'll plug him as well. I think it was Eric the Dream Giver. I'll double check that. But yeah, so that solves my problem of all these on-ramps being really slow and shitty.
This is crazy. All right, let's go. Hey, I'm Eric the Dream Giver. I am just picking up your friend here. We are on our way to Austin, Texas. I just picked up here in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I don't even know if this place has a name.
Fort Stockton.
What?
Fort Stockton.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's like nothing from here east until for like, I don't know, 2 hours or something.
This is literally where like the people on that one movie was like the guy to like fly out to the middle of nowhere to like get a patent. Like,
oh yeah.
All the patent trolls live out here.
Trolls? Sure, yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere, it's like Texas. This is crazy.
All right, cool. Let's do this. Once we got on the road, he set up a live stream and we talked for quite a bit. I also filmed some of it, and I'll be putting that up on my second channel, which you can find a link to in the description.
It literally looks like a TV does.
Well, we just got off a hour and a half live stream that we were doing on the road, which is a new experience for me. Might be something I'd do in the future. We'll see. This is pretty cool. Eric's a cool guy. He's I guess he's been doing the YouTube thing for like 10 years, but he's only had this van for a month or so, and he has like a business partner or manager or something. Talked to on the phone briefly. So that's cool. I guess we're gonna stop in like Fredericksburg, Texas, which is apparently like a German town that's got a cool downtown and stuff. So I guess we'll check that out while we're there. And then South by Southwest is going on right now in Austin, or apparently it is. I haven't actually double checked that. It might be next weekend or something, but if that is going on, that would be cool. It's gonna be a lot of like music and stuff that I can't show because it's gonna be copyrighted, but I'll show what I can, and maybe I'll get to busk a little bit too. That should be fun. This is gonna be, yeah, I'm pretty sure by far the longest ride I've ever gotten. It's kind of cool. I never hung out this much with another YouTuber who who's like all about it, you know. Alright, here we are in Fredericksburg. Apparently there's some cool stuff around.
Alright, we made a Fredericksburg, man! We did it! I can't believe we made it! Made it all the way, man! Woo! We finally hit it, only an hour away from Austin.
Yep. Yep. It's alright. I wonder, I don't know if this is the downtown really. I think it kinda is. Yeah. But it's a German town and they've got all the, you know, we saw some signs.
We are on the edge of downtown.
Okay.
We're like a mile away from it.
Before we moved to go see downtown, we decided to look into this antique shop that we were right next to. It's pre-World War II German magazines and newspapers. That's interesting. 1936. You can see the swastika on there. It's pre-war, but it's not pre-Nazi party. I think this here is a bird cage. Oh yeah. See down in there, there's a printed out eBay listing. Victorian style mahogany cathedral bird cage. It's a really cool like architectural model style. You imagine this in an old Victorian house.
Ready?
If you had a YouTube video, what would YouTube video?
I mean, people around here doing, they do all the visuals. And Shannon brought the National War Museum.
I find this old Chinese stuff pretty cool.
You've got shopping, you've got all the wineries,
Personally.
you've got over Johnson Park, the nature trails there are real
All
pretty.
the intricate stonework.
I thought this is like a Greek town or something?
German.
German town.
Uh-huh.
Where's like the old German shops?
I mean, there's all the restaurants that are.
It's an adorable house. Spelled German. One thing I noticed immediately when I got out of the car was the humidity. You know, having just come from the southwest where everything's just bone dry most of the time. The air around here seems to hold quite a bit of water. And there's also all kinds of trees and stuff. So, totally just crossed into a different biome. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Eric's kind of a funny guy. He's got this sort of, you know, naive confidence about him, which is a good thing. It's not disparaging. He's not afraid to ask for what he wants. Here's kind of the main appeal of Fredericksburg. So these cool like western storefronts. Some of them are more like historical looking. Some of them are more modern. You know what this place reminds me of is Sedona.
Yeah, some guy told me that I need to check out Sedona.
It's pretty cool.
I never did.
It's a very, very beautiful area, but the downtown like strip is very touristy. And this kind of reminds me of that. A much smaller scale. Silver Rush jewelry store. I feel like that's pretty much everything that's going to be around here is like art galleries, jewelry stores, you know, souvenir shops, expensive bistros.
I feel like we wasted time. I mean,
it feels very skin deep to
do
me.
you really want to just be here for an hour so we can do the live stream?
Not really.
No, I really don't feel like it. I feel like I want to go and I want to take a shower and I want to eat and maybe take a nap.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's just do a little walk around and then go back to the car.
I feel like
I think this kind of sign tells you everything you need to know about this place. So no food or drink, no public restrooms, no nothing, no children, no, you know.
yeah.
It's all very like, you know, polished, overly designed, you know, sleek downtown type of things that are just kind of like, they have a thin veneer of like old Western style to them. I mean, it's all very nice and clean and whatnot, you know, but it feels very yuppie, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, yuppie. Here, check it out.
Pretty nice library.
Well, is that the library?
I mean, it's literally a library and there's no public restrooms.
Literally the library.
That's hilarious.
There's no public restroom.
Where do they expect people to shit around here? I guess so. I do feel like this is going to be like, this is pretty much what Austin's like too, except at least Austin is a big enough city to like, I don't know, make it make sense.
Austin is way better than this, man. They're not, definitely not as uptight as this. I actually never seen a city this uptight in my life.
It's more of a, you know, a museum than a downtown.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to walk down there and then walk back, I guess. If you have the money to spend, then you can go do some stuff, maybe, but not go to the bathroom. There's a pretty cool church right there. Got a nice Gothic steeple.
Yeah, it's not a really cool big building.
I mean, you know, with a place like this, kind of like the main attraction is like the architecture, but even that I feel like is just not really up to par. You know, there's this building right here, it's probably the nicest one I've seen. All the rest of them are just kind of this like limestone block construction, which isn't, you know, that can be nice, but these are not particularly nice, you know, so I don't know, I'm a little disappointed. I can't look because I'm driving, but I'm gonna point that way and there's probably some stuff there, kind of. Maybe we were just on the wrong side of the downtown. Maybe this is all the cool stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe this is all the cool stuff. Yeah, maybe we're just on the wrong side of downtown.
This is just the wrong time. You're too tired to appreciate it all anyway. Museum of the Pacific War. Interesting. We must be in the city now, because we're in a traffic jam.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to this, what is it called? Buc-ee Springs?
I'll show you when we get there.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing first. Barton Springs.
Alright, so we are at Barton Springs right now. This is the first time we've been to Barton Springs, but this is the world famous Barton Springs. Been on a bunch of YouTube videos. It's been pretty much like what it made for it is a natural spring that is like an all natural swimming pool, literally like carved out the rocks and the riverbed. They carved out an actual riverbed, and there's a fresh spring that comes up out of the ground that fill the pool naturally with like natural fresh water.
Cool.
That's warmish.
Alright. There it is right there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it looks like a swimming pool, but it's just part of the river.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, a swimming pool that is also part of the river.
Alright. There's a bit of a wind, a little chilly wind. Okay, let's go in. Feeling the cold water on my skin after so long without so much as a shower felt really shocking, but also very refreshing. Alright, Austin, Texas. It's my second time here, but for the life of me I can't really remember what I did last time. I know I was here for a couple days. I think I mostly was over here at the library, which is what I'm doing right now. Whenever you're in a city, the library is really like your main point of refuge. It's supposed to be, it's gonna rain and shit like it's supposed to today. So that's where I'm headed. But really, before I get out of here, which Eric has said he's going all the way to Houston, so he's actually going to Florida. But he said he'd give me a ride to Houston once he's done here, which is going to be on Monday. And before that happens, I would like to find a like a military surplus store. I think that would be good. Try and get a new backpack. All my shit is like completely falling apart. You can see the corners are totally falling apart. And then this hole right here is opened up into the main compartment. I got like another hole on this side starting to form. I don't know if it's all the way through yet. And then on the bottom here, right there, there's a hole that goes all the way through. So that's really shitty. And then my backpack on my, see if I can show it. You can kind of see, but that's also got a big hole in it. So kind of need to replace all that shit. Once I get to Houston, I'm gonna like stay there for a while. I think I'm hoping like around a month. I'm gonna try and get some work and make some money, and then maybe I will go back up to Kansas. Eric was saying something about somebody in Wichita that I could meet up with, so maybe I'll do that. It would be better to be in Kansas anyway, so we'll see. You gotta love a good library. I think my favorite library, the library that I think of whenever I think of like a big public library, is the Seattle Library. I think it's probably the best library in the country if I had to guess. Not that I've seen every library in the country, but the Austin Library is pretty good too, I gotta say. So I found a good Army surplus store. It's kind of north downtown. I'm gonna go head there now, and there should be some place to eat around there too. And then maybe I'll come back here tonight and do some busking. Or maybe not even tonight. Maybe I'll just come right back here after I'm done there. Alright. $50 at the Army surplus store. Got me this thing, which feels pretty damn solid. We'll see how it does over time, but it fits all my stuff. You know, got some stuff hanging here. I don't know, I feel like I need a better solution for my ukulele, but it's doing all right. There it is in all its glory. It's got an actual frame to it, which is sick. Everything looks really high quality. It's all super like reinforced and stuff. Is this mine? No, I'm looking for 3. I'm a little bit concerned about the sleeping bag and stuff, but I think it'll be fine. Also, they didn't notice, but I noticed that in this pocket here, whatever the previous owner was, they left a multi-tool in there, so I got a free multi-tool out of the deal. Don't tell anybody. I've noticed there's a lot of graffiti on the buildings around here, including up there and over there, and also on this fence way over here. That amount of graffiti, I have to imagine that this is like a just like a citywide thing where they just allow graffiti, at least in some places. It's kind of cool. I always thought, still zoomed in, sorry. I always thought graffiti was pretty cool. Gives some character to a city, as long as it's not like, you know, crazy out of pocket or whatever. So I'd say I generally support that. I can hear like music, some sort of stuff happening, but I can't tell where it's coming from or if it's live or anything. And this is the last day of South by Southwest, so I would expect there to be like something going on. It's like 4 o'clock or something, so maybe it hasn't started yet in earnest, but I can hear shit. I just don't know where it is. I don't see anything. I think some of it's definitely coming from across the water over here, but again, I have no idea where. I think some of it's coming from like this white tent over here, maybe. But either way, I think it's just too early. Nobody's actually playing yet. They got like tents set up and stuff, but there's no like actual things going on right now, I don't think. So I think I'm just gonna hang tight here for a little bit. I'm so confused because it's like so loud, but I can't figure out if it's just like, do they have some really big speakers up there somewhere? Or is it just like happening up on the roof? That could be it. I can hear it so clearly from the street. It's weird. There's an actual free concert. Also free Palestine. So it can be pretty difficult to find a spot to sleep in the city. Luckily Austin has pretty lax rules about that, so you can pretty much sleep wherever you want as long as you're not causing trouble. I found this little underpass, and it did rain last night, so unfortunately, if you look closely, you can see that the ground is very wet here, because apparently there was like a river. There's water coming in from over there, and it flowed down this way. So I did get a little wet, but I think I got lucky, and it didn't last that long, and my stuff was mostly fine. I think my backpack might have got a little wet though, which is not great. But yeah, should be getting out of here tomorrow morning, theoretically. So I still got all day to do whatever. I swear the rain always just waits until I step outside to go. That the forecast said rain all day yesterday. There's nothing. Rained overnight. And then I come to this Starbucks because it said it was going to rain in the morning. No rain, no rain, no rain. 12:30 hits. I go like, alright, let me go get some cigarettes. I go get some cigarettes. Immediately starts raining. Of course it does. Could not be a bigger contrast between here and West Texas, where I was a couple days ago. Especially after the rain and now the sun's come out. All the plants are green as hell. They're growing like crazy. It's a good time to be in Austin. Unfortunately, I'm leaving. Because Eric is going to Florida. He's gonna drop me off in Houston, so I'm just headed over to where he's at, and then we're gonna make that happen. So I'm out here at Buffalo Exchange. Me and Eric have been driving around. He's trying to sell some jewelry that he's been keeping around, and I've been just tagging along. And honestly, there's been so much like little hat pins and patches and things and stickers that I honestly have spent too much money today on that kind of stuff. But so this pin up here I got actually yesterday or 2 days ago at a Free Palestine rally. I would guess it was made by a Palestinian person in Bethlehem out of olive wood. I think Bethlehem's in Israel, isn't it? So I'm not sure exactly how that story checks out. But then just now I bought, where'd it go? I bought that trucker pin. Oh, there you go. Bought that trucker pin, and then I've got I got 4 different patches. I guess some of these I'll put on my ukulele case, and some of them I'll put on my backpack. I got Desert Child, Slayer, some sort of weird witchy looking thing, and then Not All Those Who Wander Are Lost. I feel like those are all pretty appropriate. And then I got a bunch of stickers that I put on the inside of my ukulele case, because that's kind of the only place I can put stickers, and one on the ukulele itself. So all of it's pretty cheap. I mean, these patches are like $1 or $2 a piece, and then the stickers were like 6 for $5, I think. And and the pin was, I don't know, $3 or something like that. But so it's all little purchases, but they kind of add up, and I really shouldn't be doing that. But I guess what I'm telling myself is that I'm gonna be working once I get to Houston, so I should be making some money soon anyway. So, you know, spending like $15 on little things like this is probably fine, but you know, still a little iffy. Just got some P. Terry's burger and fries. I haven't got to the burger yet, but I can already tell you this is like 100 times better than anything In-N-Out ever sells.
It's real potatoes.
Real potatoes and like a good amount of salt and stuff. It was really cheap too. It was like $8 for a burger and fries and a Coke. So like In-N-Out prices, but way better quality. It's a pretty good burger too. Of course, it wouldn't be a Texas road trip if we didn't stop at a Buc-ee's. They're the place with all the pumps and big indoor, like basically a shopping mall of a gas station. This one's actually a little bit smaller than some of them I've been to, but you know, there it is. This is about the rattiest and the emptiest TA I've ever seen. You got all these pumps and nobody stopping. Alright, so got dropped off at this truck stop last night. We're in like Katy, Texas, I suppose, which is right outside Houston. And I need to walk over to a bus stop. And then the last bus out of there leaves in like 2.5 hours, which I didn't realize until just now. But that's just kind of my fault for being lazy. It is supposed to rain tomorrow, so wherever I end up tonight, there needs to be some sort of a bridge or something, so that I don't, so that I can sleep and not get wet. I mean, I still have my tarp and stuff, so I could do that. Just kind of depends. So yeah, I got a lot of walking ahead of me. I'm gonna stop by Walmart to get some more food. Gotta try and be really really tight with the money, because I've been spending a little too much lately. And then I need to get to temp agency, see what they need from me so I can get some work. They probably need a birth certificate and all that, so may not be able to do that right away. But right now I'm mainly just focused on getting into town and finding a place where I can set up. Probably long term, because I don't think I'm going to be getting an apartment right away, if ever. It's just not really like worth it for me to, I don't know if I'm going to be sticking around here for that long. I might only stay around for like a month or so. If I find something, some sort of good job that I can, that I feel like I can stay at for a little bit longer, then maybe I'll get an apartment for, you know, whatever their minimum lease is. You know, I don't want to be like sitting here for a whole year just sleeping in a tent, if that's what ends up happening. Yeah, so I don't know. It's another one of those situations where kind of like I had some loose plans, but I didn't really think that far ahead, so now I got to figure out what I'm actually doing. I got to solidify my plans. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave it for this video. Next video will be all about my adventures so far in Houston, and so I hope you're excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and read some donations. First of all, got Ernest with another $300 donation. That was on April 1st, but I don't think it was an April Fool's joke. Hope not. And we got Michael, also on April 1st, $20, and he said, hoping this cash helps. Have you read Bob Wells' book, Cheap RV Living? And he went on to say a couple other things about the book. Right, he went on to say, actually the name of the book is how to live in a car, van, or RV. Bob Wells helps you get started, and his tribe helps you keep going. His YouTube channel is Cheap RV Living. So I did actually look into that. I watched a few of the YouTube videos and things. Definitely looks like a good resource for if or when I do get a car or an RV of some sort. Not sure if or when that's going to happen, but definitely I will look into that further and probably get the book when it does. So thank you, Michael, for turning me on to that. Thank you for the $20 as well. I got $6 from Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. I know Andrew donates just from time to time with these $6 donations. I don't know, over the lifetime, I'm sure you've donated tons. I would have to, I don't even know if I could add it all up. I'd have to go through the whole list. But I know it's been a lot, so thank you very much, Andrew. I appreciate it every time. And then I've got $20 from Ken, who says, please come to Boston for the springtime. I would love to. I don't know if I'm going to, because right now I am kind of looking at getting a job here in Houston. And if I don't get the job here in Houston, I might be going back up to Kansas. I mean, I would love to keep traveling, but I just, maybe next year, because I think I need to get off the road for a while, and things are in motion to hopefully have that happen. But I will at some point. At some point, I will go to the Northeast. I still want to see Appalachia, and I want to see the, New England and all that stuff. I haven't forgot about it. I just have other priorities right now, but I will do that eventually. So thank you very much, Ken. And that's it for all the donations. Thank you, everybody. And look forward to the next one. It's going to be all about Houston. See you then.